Hi and welcome back to the channel. Now you may have noticed that this is not Paultons Park, and that's because this trip didn't exactly get off to the best start. So the family and I drove down on Saturday afternoon and spent the night in a really old Days Inn at Sutton Scotney, which, to be fair to it, was actually pretty decent, like especially considering how cheap it was. Yes, it was kind of straight out of the 90s, but do you know what? It was spotlessly clean and the staff were absolutely lovely. The plan was to get a decent night's sleep and then hit the park at rope drop and just absolutely smash it out. However, during the night, the wife picked up a bit of a sickness bug and spent most of the night throwing up everywhere. But do you know what? She is an absolute trooper. She managed to power through it and drag herself to the park, and we actually made it.
Oh my god, this is wet. But here I am at Paultons Park, and you kind of can't really see. But as you can tell, no poncho, so I'm still up for there. Just going to come in for the first time. And got nice music. See, Alton Towers, you could learn something from that. Walking in, atmosphere, wonderful stuff. Oh, I'm so excited, but already I'm so wet. My feet are wet. I've made the mistake of wearing jeans and trainers and just going to chuck it down all day, but that's fine because I'm back here tomorrow, so I will make sure that I don't know, probably get just as wet tomorrow, to be honest. Let's have a little look around here then. Lots of cool spooky stuff. There's a million pumpkins everywhere. I think, seeing as it's absolutely dead, let's get a nice little selfie of me in front of the sign. Right, let's just have a quick little look at some of these pumpkin stands. I know you probably can't hear me very well, but I don't want to get my microphone wet, so... But these look really cool. Let me just put my hood back up because it is raining. It doesn't look that bad on the video, but it is absolutely chucking it down. Look how good this looks. Again, really simple to do, just add that bit to it. It's absolutely brilliant. I love it. Right, I think it's time to go and join my wife, who is feeling a bit better after the sickness bug during the night, but she's braved it to come out in the torrential rain for a first visit to Paultons Park. So let's go in and see what we've got. Like I said, this is day 1 of 2, and we'll see how we get on today and what we get done tomorrow. Oh, look, more spooky stuff. Oh, I just love the fact that they seem to have spent an absolute fortune on pumpkins. It genuinely makes such a massive difference, like in the lovely flowers. And I've just walked through a massive puddle and soaked my left foot now, so I've got that to contend with for the rest of the day.
Well, I am incredibly brave. I'm so brave. Echoes.
Is that more and more pumpkins?
You know what? If the girls and they're red.
They're amazing. There must be hundreds. Oh, look at that. And it goes further and further in as well. I've not seen anything from this park at all, let alone at Halloween time. So it's I'm just seeing everything for the first time, and it's like really exciting. I know that sounds quite sad, but do you know what? It's these little things, like they've put so much effort in from what I can see already, let alone anything else. I just, do you know what? It just puts Alton Towers to a bit of shame, to be honest. Well done, Paultons, that's all I can say.
So these guys here were really, really great. So they had actors kind of actually talking to the kids and making jokes, which was a really nice interactive treat for them. Although the second day, I think because it was a Monday, they only had pre-recorded jokes and facts, so it was still kind of educational and everything, and really cool. Just didn't quite have the impact of that interactiveness of the first day.
Oh look, more pumpkins again, and more stuff, and a giant spooky spider with Happy Halloween. Oh, it's, like I say, it's just amazing.
Don't want to do it. No.
And more pumpkins, and more pumpkins. Shot there. Look at him coming out of the ground. He looks great. Wow. Oh, do you know what? This is such a pretty park. It's like really well manicured, and there's just paths, and I love the fact there's so many huge trees. And then, of course, you see a coaster in the background, which, again, I have no idea about any of these, so I'm quite excited to see what there is and how they are. Ooh. I do want to go and go through Manor. Nancy, shall we go on that at some point? Nancy?
Whoa.
Nancy? Shall we go on that later?
Yeah. Let's go and go through Manor.
I think that's the yes from Nancy.
Spider pumpkin.
Whoa! More pumpkins! And more pumpkins, they're everywhere!
So Paultons Park is split out into what I kind of consider to be 6 different lands. There's Lost Kingdom, which is dinosaur themed. There's the gardens, which are kind of like nicely manicured green spaces. You know, lots of trees, flowers, really pretty. They have Critter Creek, which is themed to like a strange mix-up of creatures. Really good concept, that. I love it. You have Tornado Springs, which is like a 1950s Midwestern America themed with like tornadoes in. Again, really, really well done. You then have Wildlands, which is like an indoor animal enclosure and aviary. I don't know how to. Birdcage place. And of course, Peppa Pig World, which is self-explanatory, really.
Just a little bit of a shame about the weather, because obviously most of the rides are outside, but then I've just been kind of saying that I think actually, in a way, it's quite nice, because it's I don't know if it's driven people away, but it's not very busy today. Oh, no, I think we're going to go on Viking boats first, maybe.
A few minutes later.
Well, I've just been on Stormchaser, and I don't know. I felt like my ride wasn't the best. Like the car didn't really seem to spin very much at all. But saying that, literally the car in front of me was crazy. I would have been, whoa, I'd have been off my head if I was on that one. That was pretty bad. I mean, going out in the rain isn't the best idea anyway, but I feel like one of those things could be really, really good if you get the right weight distribution on it. But it is absolutely chucking it down here. I am as wet can be, pretty much. But I'm still happy, and most crucially, I am not wearing a poncho. I will never wear a poncho. Never. Ever.
So apologies for the rambling there. But kind of after riding it a few more times, I decided that, do you know what? I do like Stormchaser. It's a really fun ride, but I just seem to have this weird like superpower or ability that just stops the vehicle spinning. Like every time I went on it, all the others would spin like crazy, but not mine. It did not matter which one I sat in, whether it was front, back, 1, 2, 3 or 4. Do you know what? Wherever I was, it just did not spin. I tell you what, I love the fact that you only have to be 1 metre tall to ride this. So it just means it's so inclusive for younger kids. I really wish more parks had rides like this. We then decided to spend the rest of the day in Peppa Pig World. And do you know what? I've got to say, wow.
Wow.
That is how you do a kids' land. There are rides everywhere. I mean, I think that there's technically 9 rides, and then, you know, there's photo ops, themed cafes. It was just absolutely great. The theming is wonderful. I mean, I think it does help that Peppa Pig is kind of very simplistic in its art style, but I just can't help thinking that other parks wouldn't have done it this well. If Alton Towers would have done this, they'd have probably had, a nice boat ride with animatronics that tend to get broken after a couple of years. Maybe like a small car ride and then like a bit of a spinning flat ride and a meet and greet. And that'd be about it. They've just packed so much in here. Like, it's so busy, but it's really fun. All the rides are suitable for all ages. And I know in essence, they're kind of just like standard flat rides with a Peppa Pig theme. But do you know what? That works here. That's what kids want. Kids aren't bothered about all the fancy gizmos and the new technology. They want to go on a simple little ride that goes round in a circle, and they want to see Peppa, George, Daddy Pig, Mummy Pig, Evie, Mr. Bull, whoever else there is. And it just works here. And do you know what? They have an indoor soft play area. Like, genius. Like, thank you, Paultons. That is how you do a kids area. Speaking of the soft play area, we did actually cower in here to get out of the rain for a little bit while the kids played and, had a drink. And they've got a small kind of takeaway cafe next door. And do you know what? I bought one of my all-time favourite ever snacks, the ice cream. And do you know what? It's really simple, but it is so awesome. It's a tiny little frozen pumpkin that's been hollowed out and filled with ice cream, mango sauce, and a chocolate flake. Pretty simple. But the frozen pumpkin just has frost all over it, and like the presentation of it and the look and feel is just brilliant. And do you know what? When I bought that, I walked back into the soft play to go and sit down, and everybody turned around and looked. And I'm hoping that they were looking because it looked so awesome, not for the fact that they were thinking, why is this prat buying an ice cream in the torrential rain? I mean, it's probably a mixture of both, but do you know what? I'm choosing the hill I die on. I love it. No one's going to convince me otherwise. Awesome job. More like it. That's what we want. There's also a load of playgrounds around, which my 3-year-old was absolutely desperate to go and explore each and every one. And also here he is making his own slide in the wet. Because why not?
It is an absolute ghost town. There's me and some ducks. Which is brilliant because there's no queues, but it is definitely a bit soggy. And I'm off for a wee.
I was honestly so impressed with Peppa Pig World. I don't really know what I was expecting, but I can completely see why it won at this year's Theme Park Awards. So deserved. We then have Wildlands, which is like an indoor animal attraction with kind of small mammals, reptiles, birds, all in enclosures. So you could go around and see them, learn about them. It was done really well, to be honest, with a decent selection. And again, completely unexpected. I had no idea they had any animals here at all. It's themed really nice inside. And do you know what? It's just a nice place to go and chill out for a bit. I mean, in my case, get out of the rain. But I can imagine, in the summer, if it's really hot, you can go in there and cool down. If you just want to get away from the hustle and bustle, it's a great place to go.
Hello, Mr. Mongoose. Mongooses? Mongeese?
Mongai.
Mongai? I don't think it's Mongai. Right. Bye, mongooses.
I then had my very first ride on one of these big boat slide things. I don't know what they're called, but this was Buffalo Falls. And do you know what? It was so much fun. I cannot believe I've never done one of these before. Please, if you haven't been on one, next time you go to a park with one, go on it. Because honestly, they are hilarious. Me and my daughter Nancy just loved it. We must have done it about a dozen times, more than a few times in a row. My legs were absolutely knackered from just running up those steps again and again and again. We kept going down and trying to get enough speed to hit the wall at the end, but never quite managed to.
So here we are at the end of day one, and as you can see, it is still absolutely hammering it down, and I am soaking. But it's my first day at Paultons Park, so first impressions, very, very good actually, very, very impressed. I don't even know if you can hear me because of the rain. I will collect my thoughts a bit better, but I think we're just walking completely the wrong way Decided to go to the taxi rank instead of back to the car park, so that's wonderful. As if a bit longer in the rain is going to hurt me. I mean, I'll be honest, I am so wet. My pants are wet, and it's been a good few years since I've been able to say that, honestly. The wind is absolutely... Not the wind, the rain is absolutely pounding into my face. I could not be any wetter, and I'm loving it, to be honest. So, there we go. This is the view of just absolute torrential rain. So we will be coming back tomorrow for day 2. Hopefully it's a little bit drier. I mean, to be honest, it couldn't be any wetter. So I think our evening is go back to the hotel, get some food, put the kids to bed. Maybe before we put the kids to bed, use the hairdryer to try and dry as much as we can out, because I'm a man, and so I've packed 2 pairs of shoes, which is great, 1 pair of jeans, 1 hoodie, and 1 coat. So I've got no chance of getting that dry without doing something. As you can see, I'm beyond wet, but it's all in the name of fun, and let's see how we get on tomorrow then. Hey, here I am back at Paultons Park for day 2, and can you believe it? The sun is out and shining. I think this is going to be about 5 minutes of sunshine that we get today, and that'll be about it. The forecast is terrible again, but at the minute I'm kind of dry. Luckily, my wife brought me some extra trainers, so big thumbs up to her. I spent about 2 hours between last night and this morning hair drying my jeans, my hoodie, and my coat, which is still wet. But it's better than wearing a poncho. So I will get inside the park and see what's what for today. Oh no, it's absolutely chucking it down. Oh wait, no it's not. It's just an awesome fountain. However, it is still forecast to be really, really terrible today.
A few minutes later.
The eternal question. Do I go out in it and get soaked, or do I lose park time? Not too sure, given the fact that I'm just wearing jeans and non-waterproof trainers. Might have to consult with the boss. Yeah, it's raining so much that we decided to not get wet just yet and go and have some ice cream, haven't we, Nancy?
Where's my ice cream?
Nancy, should we go on Ghostly Manor?
Yeah.
You'll hold my hand then? And we'll go to Ghostly Manor, we'll brave the rain.
We're gonna go to Ghostly Manor now.
I am very excited for Ghostly Manor. I'm very excited because I've not been on it before, obviously, but I'm also excited because it's inside.
Yeah, so we don't have to worry about getting wet.
Yeah, don't have to worry about getting wet. Oh, but what if it squirts us?
Look, here's an indoor. There it is. That's the entrance to Ghostly Manor. I'm excited.
Oh, 0 minute wait.
Look.
Wow, look at this.
This is really cool. Ah! The chairs are floating.
Whoa!
They're actually real life persons. How are they floating like that?
So now it's a bit spooky.
Shoot it a well. just move it when no one's on it.
I know. Oh, it's got a wonderful smell. It's like a proper haunted house smell.
Some ghosts may put up a fight. Keep an eye out for OG, a formidable spirit who might just be the cause of this spectral crisis. He must be captured at all costs. Good luck. I'm counting on you.
Some of the experiences may be scary. Please wait for staff to guide you onto your vehicle and remain seated at all times. In the event of an evacuation, please follow the instructions listed.
This view is actually creepy.
Is it creepy?
Until the safety
Oh, it's
bar is sealed.
brilliant. I love it.
Groups of 4 will be dispatched at a time.
Hi. Was that a good ride, Nancy?
Yeah,
We've just been on Ghostly Manor. What did you think?
it was really good.
It was really good. What was the best bit?
Probably shooting all the ghosts.
You like shooting the ghosts? Was it creepy or fun?
Fun.
Awesome. How many would you give it out of 10?
I got that.
Okay. Look at that. They've got the scores outside. There's me and Nancy. I'm looking a bit gormless, but daily high score. Woo, me so far, even though I'm about the first person on it. And that guy's got 366,000. I have no idea how.
So even though she didn't understand kind of the concept of scoring out of 10, she absolutely loved it. I thought it was a great ride. The theming and attention to detail is fantastic. I thought the concept itself was great. I thought the ride vehicles were great. The guns were great. I think it was nice that it wasn't just like a giant wall of screens for scene after scene, which there was quite a lot of real sets and animatronics in there. Really well done. And with the scoring element, it's got a lot of replay value. Although it pains me to say it, I can confirm that someone beat my high score for the day. I thought that it could have been my claim to fame, but it wasn't meant to be. Sad times.
Oh, there's the Lost Kingdom with Little Dinosaur on top as well. Hello, Mr. Little Dinosaur.
And do you know what? I know I keep saying it, but they've done a great job once again. I think, honestly, it's about as good as you could expect given the fact that it's not Universal and Jurassic Park, to be honest. So first up is the Dinosaur Tour Company, which is like a fun little Jeep ride with some dinosaur animatronics. And it's kind of just thrilling and exciting enough for small kids without being terrifying. Teddy loved it and just kept wanting to go on it again and again. I think it's quite nice that they'd done like a bit of an Australian twist on it so that it didn't seem like it was copying Jurassic Park.
Good day.
Okay, right.
How excited are you about getting on the front row?
Really excited.
First front row of anything.
Yeah, I've never been on a roller coaster or anything on the front row.
So we've just got off the Flying Pterosaur, haven't we, Nancy?
Yeah,
And what did you think?
it was really good.
Was it really, really good?
Yeah,
Is it the best roller coaster you've been on?
yeah,
Are you sure?
yeah,
Was it better than Slinky Dog?
yeah,
Was it better than the Barnstormer?
yeah,
Look at that, better than Disney rides. How can you possibly get a better endorsement than that?
yeah.
Flight of the Pterosaur. I'm sorry, I don't know why I kept calling it Flying Pterosaur. It's because I don't know the rides that well, but it is definitely Flight of the Pterosaur. Do you know what? It's a wonderful little coaster. And again, suitable for kids just 1 metre. So it's amazing that I got to take Nancy on it. And do you know what? She turned into a bit of a daredevil on this trip, which is so nice to see. And I'm just so happy that I get to record these first experiences with her. Although I'm sure when she's older, she's going to be mega embarrassed by them. So that's also a positive. There's Boulder Dash, which is like a small, fun, flat ride, just a bit of a spinny thing. Fairly standard affair, but nicely themed again. Splash Lagoon up next, which is a mini log flume ride, and seeing as we were absolutely soaked anyway, it felt fine to just go on it. There's not that much to it. It's a nice little fun ride. Again, the theming around it's really nice. They've got I don't know if it's a Brachiosaurus or Diplodocus, whatever it is. But there's a decent little drop on it. And again, both my kids loved it. Then there's a teeny tiny kiddie coaster called Dino Chase. This is probably the tamest coaster I've ever been on. So really good for like a really small kid's first coaster. I'll be honest, I think really the only positive I can say about it coming from my perspective is that you go around 3 times. That's about it.
What's this ride called?
It's called Velociraptor.
Okay, what's it like?
It's really, really fast.
Is it? Well, you were just telling me. What happens in it?
So like you go up this hill backwards and then you like launch off.
Oh, and what ride is it like?
It's kind of like a boomerang ride in Fantasyland.
Oh, is it right?
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. I can't wait to go on it. Are you going to take me on it?
Yeah.
Because you went on it with Mummy, so it's time for you to take Daddy on.
Yeah. It's really good.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. I'm wet, but I'm looking forward to it. This looks like it's going to be so cool. Valgard, realm of the Vikings.
Let's go on Velociraptor.
Okay, we're going on Velociraptor now.
And me and Mummy go on the front row.
Did you? You got on front row again?
Yeah.
Oh, jealous.
There was a little boy who went on that. You know, the Flight of the Pterosaur. He was like absolutely crying when it finished. He didn't like it.
Well, not everybody likes these things.
Only 3.
Oh.
He was the age of Teddy.
Whoa.
He was the same age as Teddy.
Bet this queue's fun in the summer.
See?
Yeah, look. Look at that. Velocicoaster, eat your heart out. Oh, there's more. Oh, this is absolutely amazing. I love it.
Yeah, there's 2 more. Hey, these actually blink. There's Velociraptor. There.
So Velociraptor, it's a fairly standard Vekoma boomerang coaster. And you know, I'm just never that bowled over by boomerangs. I always feel like they're so short and rushed. It feels like they need to almost go round twice on it. To me, it just feels like it's an unfinished ride. I know people disagree with me, and do you know what? If you like them, got no problem with them. I think they have a brilliant place. They don't take up much room. I think the idea is great, just not for me. Nancy absolutely loved it and thought it was better than Reich in Phantasialand, but that's probably because she's literally just been on Velociraptor. So I think good for kids, a bit lacking for me. But look here we go. Some proof that the sun does still exist and that it did come out at one point. And I tell you what, the park does look very, very pretty in the sun. I'm looking forward to coming back when the weather's a bit better. So this is Critter Creek. And do you know what? I think it's a really interesting land. It's kind of made up of bugs and small critters, hence the name. But then there's all these kind of weird hybrid critters that they've just mashed 2 things together to make this like make-believe animal. So you've got like things like a wart frog or a horsefly. I think the models that they've put out are really fantastic. And I think the idea is kind of really unique and just absolutely wonderful.
Yeah. Should we go on this one, the caterpillar coaster?
Did it go really fast?
No. Not really fast. But look, shall we see if you're tall enough? Yeah, you are. Good boy. Well done.
You are.
The Caterpillar coaster. You know, get it? Caterpillar. Yeah, I know you get it. That was a bit quick for Teddy, but he seems to be going through a little bit of a phase at the minute where he just isn't into the speed and intensity. He keeps wanting to go on them and, you know, is desperate and goes crazy if he's not allowed on. But then he goes on and just says, I don't like it. I don't like it. So, it's a bit late now, mate. But to be fair, he powers through. He doesn't really cry or anything. He just decides not to go on it again. So I think he gets points for enthusiasm and bravery. He needs to be a little bit bigger for some of these, really. They also have a small indoor section with like lots of bugs and creatures in, kind of all in the dark. And some little tiny turtles too, who are so cute. They're amazing. There's not really much to say about this. It's just lots of bugs. You can easily miss it out if you're not a bug person. When the rain did stop in kind of intervals, they did keep sending characters out like Pickles out to meet and greet people. It's, again, just a really nice little touch where the park's not that busy and they could have just not bothered to do that, but they did. They put that extra effort in so that even if it's really quiet, you're still getting the main experience of everything. So here is Tornado Springs. And do you know what? What an area. The whole theme of this is just great. It's wonderful. I love it. It's an American theme, kind of Midwestern 1950s, combined with a tornado. And do you know what? I can see where they've taken inspiration from Universal and Twister. And I think they've done it in such a good way because it's not like they've just stolen the whole idea. It's tiny little bits like the cows near the barn, and it's like some of the colour schemes. And again, just really well done. Like a good homage to it, I should say. Here we have Farmyard Flyer. So it's a small kiddie coaster done to the theme of like a crop duster plane flying through a barn and around the farmyard. And you know what? Weirdly, both me and Nancy were disappointed in this. We were expecting it to be a bit faster than it was, and it seemed to be just a bit too slow. Like, we both thought that the Caterpillar coaster was faster than this. And I mean, to be honest, that in itself is not a bad thing. And I think it's great as a stepping stone for smaller kids. The theming of it is wonderful, but it just seemed like it was bigger and it should have been faster. I mean, I'll be honest, if my 6-year-old says it isn't fast enough, that kind of says it all, really.
Hi.
Hello, we're in front of Stormchaser.
Yeah.
We've already been on it once, but we're going to go on it again.
Yeah.
Nancy, what do you think of Stormchaser?
It's really good.
What's the best ride at Paultons Park?
Stormchaser.
Oh, there you go, Stormchaser, you see. Even better than Flight of The Pterosaur.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's high praise. This one. Should we go on it again?
Yeah.
Right, let's go.
You ready to take to the skies with me, Comfort Storms, and my latest invention? Welcome to Stormchaser. Your safety at the park is our top priority. So before takeoff, please listen to the following safety instructions.
Which one? Oh, no, let's go on this one.
1 meter tall.
Just because we'll be facing forward this time.
Mind the gates, everyone, mind the gates.
We decided to get some food in Tornado Springs, and even though mine looked like it had actually been sat on, because it was, I mean, look how flat it is there. It's crazy. Do you know what? It was really nice. It was hot. The curly fries were awesome. I think they just need to work on the presentation of those a little bit, but, well priced as well.
So just leaving Paultons Park on the second day, and do you know what? What an absolutely fantastic day. It has been very eventful weather-wise. It's been rainy, sunny, rainy, sunny, rainy, sunny, rainy, sunny, and just, do you know what? It doesn't even matter that I'm soaking wet. My shoes are soaked again. My jeans are soaked again. It was, just such an amazing day. It's been absolutely dead. It's been pretty much 0 minutes for every single ride here, which is lovely. Sorry, just trying not to get killed in the car park because there's a taxi, I think, trying to get me, and now a blue van. So that's lesson number 1 for walking around the car park. Watch what you're doing, which I'm obviously not doing right now. But do you know what? Genuinely, absolutely blown away by Paultons Park. I think if we were more local, annual pass at 100%. I think as a park to go as just some adults, it's lacking a little bit, yeah. But do you know what? If you've got kids under, I don't even about 12 or 13, there is just so much here and they love it. Like, mine are 6 and 3. I've got a thrill-seeking 6-year-old who can go on basically everything, which is brilliant. She really enjoyed those rides. And then I've got a 3-year-old who loves Peppa Pig. So it was just absolute match made in heaven today. Ah, do you know what? I'm gobsmacked. I'm sure I can think up some better words when I get home and kind of articulate my thoughts on this. So time for a long drive home, and as I mentioned, I'll see you later. Or shall I say, back to the studio.
Well, here I am, back in my studio, and I've had a good bit of time to think about my 2 days at Paultons Park. Firstly, it is a fantastic park for kids. I will happily say that this is the best park in the country for younger kids. No doubt about it in my mind whatsoever. There's just so much there for them. There's so many rides which anyone can go on. Do you know what? They've been so clever here, and they've just packed loads of rides in every area. I mean, their website says they have 70 plus rides and attractions, and I can totally believe it. Peppa Pig World is done so fantastically well. I don't want to go into too much detail, but do you know what? I just love the way they've done it by seemingly packing in 1 million rides into one area. The theming of it is all great. I love it. I think I'm going to do a separate video on Peppa Pig World because I just have so many thoughts about it. And do you know what? I even found a random area with like a small digger ride that just kind of went round and round. And then the world's smallest log flume where you ride a seal round, which, I mean, again, it's like a really cool little ride for toddlers. It's just such a great thing. It was there randomly in the back of the park. And also, one other thing, dotted around the park, they have these small rides. So, you know, the ones that you find outside supermarkets or motorway service stations, and it's like Thomas the Tank Engine or Postman Pat, things like that. And they're free. They're free! Like, you just put your kid in and press the button and they go. Like, your kid could literally sit in that all day and they would absolutely love it. Like, it's those little things that make such a difference. They could have easily charged just, you know, a £1 for each of those, but nope, they're free. Thank you, Paultons Park. Not many other parks would do something like that, but do you know what? Thank you. They also have some shows on. We watched the Spooky Storytime show, I think it was called, which was aimed at younger kids. My 2 kids loved it, but anyone kind of a bit older than probably 6, 7, 8, they're going to find it a little bit babyish, I think, to be honest. Still, I thought it was fun and entertaining enough. And do you know what? I know I've already said it, but there are so many playgrounds. This is something that I think other parks need to sort out. It seemed like every single area of the park had one. You'd go around the corner and there's another playground. How many playgrounds are there at Alton Towers? Like, I know it's a different type of park and a different prospect, but just bear with me here. So what, you've got Hey Dougie. You can possibly, if you're generous, count Jojo and Gran Gran's house. And I think that's about it. So there's 2 at Alton Towers. I think I counted up that Paultons Park had 7. And they're building a new one in the Valgard area, so that there will be 8. So just thinking of Alton Towers, imagine how much easier it would be to take kids around if there was an extra couple of just small playgrounds, like a swing, a slide, and a little climbing frame. One in X Sector and one in Forbidden Valley. Something to entertain kids while the grown-ups go on some of the bigger rides, you know, while you do child swap. Come on, Merlin. I know you're cheaping out on everything at the minute, but that's not that expensive, and it'd be a nice little addition there. Do you know what? I loved Stormchaser. I loved Flight of the Pterosaur. But which one did I like best? And for me, that's a really tough question. I feel like I've not quite made my mind up yet, but if I had to choose, I'd probably say Flight of the Pterosaur for me. Even with its ridiculously sharp braking coming back into the station, I just felt like it was the better experience for me. And on the subject of bigger rides, I was just so impressed that they designed their bigger rides so that small kids can go on them. Honestly, I felt like the second day that we had there, where I got to take my 6-year-old daughter Nancy on all these big rides, was genuinely one of the best days I've ever had with my family. She was just so excited and so proud to be able to go on all those rides with me. It just felt so special. And do you know what? That's kind of like my overwhelming feeling about Paultons Park in general. It just feels special. It feels cared for. It feels like the owners really care about their park, that they care about you, they care about the customer. I think the staff were fantastic. Operations there, yes, it was quiet, but they were fantastic. The rides were fantastic. The theming was fantastic. The park was fantastic. I'll tell you one thing as well that I thought of. Free parking. I mean, come on, how many other parks have free car parking? They may not do it forever, but I tell you what, it's a big plus for me. It was one of the first things I noticed when I went in. I also caught a few glimpses while standing rather precariously on a wet slippy bench of the new Valgard area under construction. So that's the Viking themed area. And I tell you what, if they put as much effort into that as they have the rest of the park, that is going to be an amazing new area when it opens. So in the end, in the face of adversity, between the long drives, the shonky hotels, the sickness bugs, and the blistered feet brought on by wet shoes from the truly horrendous weather, I genuinely had one of the best days ever there. And do you know what? I feel like such a tool for not having ventured down here before. Do you know what? I'm already missing Paultons Park, and I'm looking forward to seeing when I can come back. Hopefully when the weather's a bit nicer next year. But do you know what? This is definitely going to be a regular visit for me, at least until the kids get much older. So all I have left to say is thank you, Paultons Park, and thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you out there.